Loan limits just went up a ton on a regular conventional mortgage, and interest rates are finally down a little bit. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Christian Morrison. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Rapid City, Black Hills area. This is Rapid City Real Estate News, where we go over what's happening in Rapid City in real estate wise. And we go over a little bit of what's happening in the nation that affects us locally too. Let's get straight into it. A couple cool things that have happened in the last couple of days. One, they raised the loan limits. By they, I mean the federal government raised the loan limits to quite a bit higher than what they were before. So if you're not familiar with how this typically works, conventional loans have a limit to how much money you can borrow on them. And then after you go over that limit, you go to what's called a jumbo loan for anything more expensive than that. So in the past, like whenever I first started in real estate, it was like 410, 415 was the highest amount you could get a loan for that wasn't considered a jumbo loan. Now, they just raised it, and this will start in 2023, to $726,200. So a really big increase. Before, I believe it was $680. So a big increase from the previous number. And so basically what this means is you can use that to buy more expensive homes and not have to go to a jumbo loan, which usually is higher interest rate or more down payment and things like that. Now, one thing I think people get confused by on the limit is $726,000 is the amount of loan you can get. But if you're putting money down, that's not included in that. So let's say you're buying a $1 million house. As long as you're putting at least $275,000-ish down, then you're going to be able to get that jumbo or that regular loan and not have to go to a jumbo loan, and so on and so forth. So that's a cool thing happening. It makes it easier for people who are buying in that upper price point to be able to get a loan or not do a jumbo loan. Now, basically the reasoning for doing this is because housing and prices have got more expensive around the country, and they want people to be able to buy a house that's a normal house in the area or a upper higher income house and not have to go to that jumbo loan. Now, another cool thing that's happened is interest rates have gone down a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like almost 0.75%. Right now, interest rates are at 6.81%, so that's pretty amazing. They've gone down that much. And I was supposed to have a lender on, I talked about it last week, to talk about a program they have in-house here for a 10-year buy-down. He's actually going to be on next Tuesday. And today's Wednesday that you're watching this, so I have a delay because I'm running a business and there's things that come up. But next Tuesday he's going to be on, we're going to record it, and he'll talk about that product, so that's really cool as well. So I didn't forget, but it'll be next week. So yeah, interest rates being down is obviously a good thing. If you looked at Fannie Mae's predictions for what's going to happen in the next few years, they believe it will hover around 6 to 6.5% until the end of 2024. Also, they're looking at their economic predictions for next year. They believe we will enter and exit a mild recession. So I was just talking to somebody about this today, the biggest commercial real estate guy in the Rapid City area and the Black Hills probably as a whole. But we were talking about how people have switched from, 2020 to 2021 thinking, oh, I'm going to sell this for max dollar. The market's going crazy. And for 2 years of that craziness of things selling over asking pricing for crazy numbers, people got like programmed to thinking that's how the market was. And now that the market has changed, there's like two segments of people. The people that think it's over, the real estate market's going to crash completely, and they're panicking. And they're like, well, we missed the boat. It's over. We either keep our house or we're never going to be able to sell it for enough. And the people that are like on my side of it that I just think, hey, we're just returning to like a normal real estate market. It's nothing that crazy. We needed it to slow down. If it was going to continue on that path, no one would be able to afford houses except for the elite of the elite, income-wise. So me and him were just talking. We agreed on this, that really it's just returning to a normal market. And that's a good thing. And it's not a bad thing. And interest rates are probably going to be what they're going to be for a while. And there's going to be people combating it with programs in-house and things like that and ways to get around it. But yeah, basically, guys, it's just returning to a normal market. If you compare it to any year except for the last 2 years, we're getting pretty normal here. Now, in 2019, I remember average days on the market being about 45 days before a house sold. Right now, we're getting closer to that number. Right now, it's 31 days is the average till it sells. And one of the numbers that really shows you that is when you look and see how many houses hit the market and if any of those houses in the last week went under contract. And last week was the first week we had 0 in the last couple years. So of the 15 houses that were on the market, none of them went under contract. We still had 8 houses closed, and we are in a slower period of year, which is the winter. Some of these numbers are going to be a little bit lower. 200 houses on the market, well, 198. So yeah, everything's starting to creep back up to what it was before all the craziness of the last 2 years. One thing I did want to point out before we wrap up here is the number of new construction houses on the market. There's about 60 new construction houses currently active on the market. If you've contemplated getting a new construction, I would look into it, before the spring hits, because I think you're gonna be able to get a really good deal on some of those, and you already can get a good deal on a lot of those that I've been working with. So if you're interested in new construction, definitely look at that. There's a lot of good opportunities right now. Builders are wanting to get rid of them. Some of them are wanting to get rid of them. Some of them don't care, but some of them are wanting to get rid of these houses. So you might be able to snag up a good deal before the market picks back up again in the spring. And as always, guys, if you got any questions, you want to go further in depth on anything, you want me to talk about your personal situation in real estate, you're looking at moving here, whatever the thing is going on, hit the link below. It says schedule a call with me. Pop a 15-minute time slot on my calendar, and I'll call you, and we can talk about whatever you need to talk about. Thanks for watching this week, guys. I will see you next week. Peace.